Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see from the thumbnail, today I'm going to talk about how I went from this Kenyan passport to this Kenyan passport. This is the new East African Community e-passport. So yeah, I hope I didn't scare you. So I'm already in my sleeping bonnet and my pajama because my husband is already taking the kids to bed. So I thought before he comes and we make our evening night routine, I could quickly share with you how I went from this to this. So unfortunately here in Austria, we do not have, by the Kenyan embassy, they told me they don't have the means to produce or that someone can apply for the East African Kenyan passport. So I had either to, in Europe, I think there's only the UK. Unfortunately, the UK is not in Europe anymore, but if you're in Europe, you can go either to the UK, you can go to London, to France, Paris, to Rome in Italy, and then to Berlin in Germany, and then last but not least to Brussels in Belgium. As for me, I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but as for me, I opted to go to Berlin because it's not that near, but it's a bit closer to where I stay in Austria than to Brussels where my sister stays. So my knee is itching. Yeah, so I opted to go to Berlin. So the first things first, you need to have an e-citizen account. If you don't have, you have to create an e-citizen account. That's the first step. Create an e-citizen account, and then when you reach the e-citizen account, you click, and then you're going to you just see there's so many options. I think that the first two, it's among the first two that come there when you type. So click on the option, then it's going to, that's where your application starts. It's going to it's going to give you several options, and lucky enough you can fill up and then go back if you feel something wrong and But for me, it was the first steps were a bit easy. Unfortunately, they didn't have the 32 pages passport, so I had to apply for the 50-page passport. I wanted the 32 pages because but unfortunately they didn't have the 32-page option, so I chose the 50 pages option. So, and I paid around, I think it was around 60 euro. I had to pay around 60 euro. So, yeah, you apply, and then the thing that got my nerves a little bit was, back in the days when I was still in Kenya, we used to have divisions, districts, and provinces. But then now it's, counties and constituencies. That was getting a bit on my nerves. But I got through that, and it's actually easy to fill. The steps are easy to fill, and the only challenge also a bit is when you come to the phone numbers part. Both of my sisters here in Austria and in Belgium, they had the same problems because the application was not accepting the numbers that they were giving in. Same to mine, but I got through that, and then it's they take you it's a step-by-step base, and then when you're and also what else you have to know where you want to apply your passport to. So, and then the option came, and then I wrote there Berlin and and then that's that. And then I filled everything, and it came time for paying, because they put there they have bank option or M-Pesa option, and I opted for the bank option. So okay, that was hell on earth. I spent almost more than 5 hours trying to figure out how I'm going to make the payments for my passport. I tried my card, it didn't go through. My husband's card didn't go through. I tried my sister's card in Vienna, it didn't go through. I had to call my sister also in Belgium for her card, it didn't go through. Her husband's card, my brother-in-law's card also didn't go through. And I was like, oh my God. And I tried, and so I say I'm going to take a pause and call the embassy the next day. So the next day early in the morning, I called the embassy. They said, try using a different browser or try using blah, blah. I tried they gave me almost 3 browser options. None of them was working when it came to payment. So I just say, screw this, I'm done. So the second day, it also gave me a headache. I spent almost 5-6 hours trying to figure that out. And then it was around 11 p.m. Then I said, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. So I had to call my sister in Kenya and tell her to please pay for me through M-Pesa. So because they have an M-Pesa code there, so I gave her the M-Pesa code. And then as soon as she paid it, it didn't even take in less than a minute. As soon as she paid it, I was free to move to the next step. And then on the next, I think, back before that, there's a where you're supposed to upload the documents, your photos. And the photos, when you take the photos, you have to see how big they are, or rather how much space they're taking. Because they only accept, I think, not more than 180 KB. So when you take the photos, please check how many KBs they have. There's and if there are more than 180 KBs, you have to resize them to make them a bit smaller. So I'm going to tell you a trick. For my case, I used there's a photo app. You get it from Google Play. It's called, I think, Photo Editor. You just go to Google Play Photo Editor. It's going to come there. Download it. Then it's really easy. Then you can resize your photos there, and they are going to come in 180 KB. So that's really because if it's more, then it's going to decline all of them. So it's you're going to photos of your ID, of course, front and back. Photos of your passport, the data page, the biodata page. Photos of your passport photo. You're also going to need your, I think, birth certificate. And if your parents are deceased, you need a copy of the death certificate. And also you need an ID copy of your, how are they called? I don't know if they're called I don't know how it's called in English. The person who, how is it called? Yeah, the people who know you pretty well, of course not family, So you also need their ID front and back. And after that, then you come to the payment option. Please if you have somebody that has M-Pesa, tell them to do that for you because it really gave me a hard time. So, and then I feel I want to go to Berlin, so I feel that part. And then, as soon as I paid, the confirmation code came and So with this confirmation code, now that's the code that you're going to need to book an appointment at the embassy now. So for my case, after I paid and got that code immediately, then I went to the website for the Kenyan embassy in Berlin. Then you're going to be to see Epassport application. Then you click there. Then they're going to give you the available dates when you want to go and apply for your passport. And for me, it was sometime in I think it was last year. In October, October 2022, not October 2023, correct. So, and the day came and I filled out I had to print up the application form and then fill them out. And then, so my appointment was for 8 o'clock, or is it 8? No, it was for 10 o'clock. So we drove to Berlin a day before. Actually, we only stayed in Berlin for a night. So we drove to Berlin a day before and I went to the airport. I went to the Kenyan embassy and it was a really nice experience. Most people say, when you read the reviews, most people say that the people there are rude and they're not helpful in any way. But for me, I don't know, maybe I found it was my lucky day that day. I found a really nice lady. I think there was a lady who was checking if you have all the documents, and then by the photo side, there was a man there. I don't know, the one who was counter checking the photos. So, so you carry all your documents, your application forms, and you need an A4 size. It has to be A4 and it has to be es muss gepolstert sein. It has to be with this. You remember these things you play with when you're a kid, these bubble wraps? It has to have this bubble wrap. So you need the A4, it has to be A4, bubble envelope with bubble wraps inside, and you have to pay G4S G4S charges, I think, of about 50 euros. You have to pay those 50 euros. So the G4S charges are about 50 euros. And yeah, because when the passport is ready, then they give it back to you. So I went there. The lady was nice. She checked my documents. They offered me tea, and she told me, if you, the girl you just passed, she also comes from Austria. And I was like, why didn't I just said, because I just said hello to her, I didn't ask anything. But the lady there said that the girl also came from Austria, and it's actually near where 20 minutes from where I stay. And I was like, why didn't I ask? But yeah, that's that. So she checked, and then she said everything is okay. Then we went to this little room there, and then the other man also counter-checked, and I was taking my tea. He also said everything is okay, and so I had to stand against there's it's just a wall with a white wall, so I had to stand by the wall, and they had a serious face, and the lady said it's okay to smile a little bit. The only thing you're not supposed to do is show your teeth, so you can smile a little bit, but don't show your teeth. It's allowed to smile. So they took my photos, and then they're going to tell me. They told me, okay, your passport will be ready in. What did she say? In I think a month, 1 or 2 months, my passport will be ready. So I said, yeah, okay, and yeah, that was that. So we came back home the next day. I was a bit tired. So after I'd applied for it, and then yeah, I even totally forgot about it. They said they're going to either write an email or send me an SMS when my passport is ready. So when I stayed, I had even forgotten about it. And before I asked the lady, because you see, before when you used to apply for a Kenyan passport, they used to make holes here. But this time around, we didn't make any holes. As you can see, it's still okay, and it's all supposed to be expiring on. It's supposed to be expiring on February of 2027. I don't know why they don't let the passports first expire before they force you to get a new passport, because my passport is still new. All the pages were open. There was nothing there, but yeah, that's that. So I asked her about the passport. She told me, no, I don't need to leave it there, because if they control me, what am I supposed to do? So she told me it's okay, I just go with it, because the passport number is going to change. So, and then this one is going to be invalid, and then the only valid one is going to be this one. So she told me there's no need to stamp it, because the passport number is going to change, and then automatically this one is going to be invalid. So, and exactly 20 days after my application, I received, it was I think Saturday in the morning, I received an SMS from G4S telling me your passport is on the way. And I was like, oh, that was pretty fast. And yeah, it was in the A4 size envelope, and there it is, my passport. And yeah, it came pretty fast. And yeah, this the front part, I have to hide my ID number. So this front part, before it was not, here is where the photos are. Before, if you can remember, they used to be back here, but now they're this is the thing where it holds your photos. And let me see if I can try and show you how it looks like inside, and try and hide my other information. Let me see. So, see how my photo looks like? It's black and white. But at least I got to smile a little bit. So, yeah, that's how it looks like. And as I said, it's a 50-page passport, which I actually really don't need a 50-page passport. But yeah, so that's that. My experience at the Berliner embassy, or the Kenyan embassy in Berlin, was really good. And I really enjoyed my experience. And yeah, if you have any questions on how to go about the passport application, or yeah, if I can help you in any way, feel free to comment down below, or look for me on Instagram. And my Instagram handle, I'm going to leave it on the comment section below. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram. And yeah, so guys, and by the way, I hope you had happy crossover. Happy New Year, by the way, guys. I forgot about it. Happy New Year. Ja, frohes neues Jahr. Ich hoffe, ihr habt gut gerutscht ins neues Jahr, und ich hoffe, dass 2024 wird eure Leben verändern, und das 2024 würdet auch eure Träume erleben können. Und ja, einfach, ich freue mich auf das Jahr 2024 und ich hoffe, dass es wird ein Traumjahr für mich und meine ganze Familie. Und ich freue mich auf das Jahr einfach und dass alle fröhlich sind und alle glücklich sind. And yeah, translation. I was saying, I hope the year 2024 is going to be a happy year for you, and that you're going to be healthy and stay motivated, and that you're going to see your dreams fulfilled. So guys, that's it for today's vlog. Let me go check if Leha's band is finished. We drink some wine and grapes and watch Netflix, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Be nice and be blessed. Bum, 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 bum.